Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
It's time for Mechanicsburg High School Wildcat Athletics, presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com and now on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe and follow Wildcat Athletics at Go Mechanicsburg on YouTube, available on all smart devices. Wildcat Athletics is presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville, Bobby Ray Hall Automotive Group, Charity Kastner RSR Realtors, your neighborhood Chick-fil-A at Shepherdstown Crossing, Lawnscapes Inc., Members First Federal Credit Union, Operation Wildcat, OSS Health, now with 2 locations on the West Shore, Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department, RBC Wealth Management and the Turnbridge Group, Renewed Hearing Solutions, Sheets, Snappers Bar and Grill, Seth Gardner State Farm, your Harrisburg True Green Lawn Care, Westshire Decks, servicing all of Central PA, the Wildcat Foundation, and Wolf Brewing Company. Now, let's head out to the contest and the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Wolf Brewing Company in Mechanicsburg, established in 2021 as a family and pet-friendly social experience, offers food and drink options for the community from the community. Family owned by Wildcat graduates, Wolf Brewing Company is just off South Market Street in the all-new Legacy Park. Stop in before, during, or after the game for food crafted from the freshest local ingredients, plus many award-winning drinks made on site. Wolf Brewing Company, 100 Legacy Park Drive, Suite 400, online at wolfbrewingco.com or call 717-590-7917.
A deck where memories are made, barbecues are grilled, and sunsets are savored. But let's face it, not all decks are created equal. Enter Westshire Decks. We're not your average deck builders. Precision is our mantra. We don't just build decks, we craft outdoor living spaces tailored to your dreams. With Westshire Decks, you get seasoned experts who know decks inside and out. So why settle for a deck that's just okay when you can have one that's extraordinary? Westshire Decks, where craftsmanship meets creativity. Give us a call today and come see how we are different.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Go Mechanicsburg live stream here in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. My name is David Bray. I'll be doing the broadcast today for you guys. So we're going to have the Mid-Penn Commonwealth matchup between the Mechanicsburg Wildcats and the Chambersburg Trojans. But first, before this game is going to be started, we have Teacher Appreciation Day and the banner unveiling for the Championship Wildcats team. So we are going to do a brief turnover to our PA announcer, and we'll get over to you in just 1 second.
I'll just start. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mechanicsburg High School, home to your Mechanicsburg Wildcats. This afternoon, your Wildcats play host to the Trojans of Chambersburg High School. On behalf of the Mechanicsburg Area School District and the Mid-Penn Conference, thank you for joining us for another season of Wildcat softball, and we hope you enjoy today's game. Fans, this week is Teacher Appreciation Week.
But we'll get to that in a minute.
We'd like to turn your attention to the Centerfield area where 7 alumni from last year's 2024 softball team have gathered to unveil our new division championship banner. They are Emily Bittner, Emma Rizzuto, Sam Rybacki, Bella DeMeo, Kaylee Fraker, Maddie Gladfelter, and Sarah Myers. Last year's team ended the season with an overall record of 21 wins and 7 losses. They won the Keystone Division with a record of 13 wins and 1 loss, placed 3rd in District 3, and made it to the quarterfinals of the PIAA State Tournament. The 2024 team made school history by winning the first ever state playoff game. Congratulations, ladies, on your record-breaking season.
I need to make sure this is going to play again. All right, well that did, but this one.
Let's give another round of applause to the 2024 Mechanicsburg Wildcats.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week is Teacher Appreciation Week, and we are honored to celebrate the incredible educators who inspire, guide, and support our students both on and off the field. Each senior has chosen a teacher that has had a significant impact on them. Please join us in welcoming the following 5 outstanding teachers from our school to the field. Our first senior is Chelsea Heckard. She is escorting Mrs. Brokenshire. Chelsea says, "When I think back to why I decided to become a teacher, I always go back to Mrs. Brokenshire. From the first day of freshman year, she showed me a passion for teaching that was impossible to ignore. She didn't just teach us about child development, she modeled what it meant to be a caring, intentional, and inspiring educator. During our time working with young children, she guided us with patience and encouragement, always reminding us of the impact we could have on a child's life. She saw potential in me even when I doubted myself, and she constantly pushed me outside of my comfort zone. Because of Mrs. B, I discovered my love for teaching and realized that I want to make the same differences in other people's lives that she made in mine. I'm really going to miss our before and after class talks about anything and everything. I'll miss being able to come to you with my problems, knowing you'd always have the right words. Thank you, Mrs. B, for always being there for me." Next is Elia Chartrand, escorted by Frau Clinton. She says, "I chose Frau Clinton because of her dedication and passion as my German teacher. I am so grateful for her encouragement and support, which has motivated me to excel in my studies. I had Frau Clinton for 3 years, and during this time, I learned more about than just the German language. I learned about the importance of culture. Her approach and sparked a lot of my curiosity about the world, inspiring me to travel abroad. Frau Clinton also taught me about leadership. She gave me the opportunity to take an officer position in the German club and supported me in starting a new club. The learnings I've had will shape me for years to come. Thank you, Frau Clinton, for being a caring role model and a great teacher." Next is McKinley Giblin. Escorting Mrs. Giblin. She says, when I chose Mrs. Giblin as my teacher, not only was it an easy choice because she is an amazing teacher, but she is also my mom. She always keeps her classroom door open for anyone who needs a place to sit, regardless of whether they are one of her students. She is always there when someone needs help with an assignment, a listening ear, or even a big mama bear hug when times are tough. I am so thankful to have been one of your students, but most of all, your daughter. Thanks for all the love, support, and guidance you have given me, not only to me, but all of your students over the years. The hardest goodbye when leaving MASH is and always will be you, Mom. I love you with all of my heart, always and forever.
It's gonna make me cry.
Next is Jada Lacey. Escorting Mrs. Condon. Jada says, I chose Coach Jen because she's one of the most influential teachers I've had. I had her for my junior year physical education class, and she always knew how to make my day. I can go to her when I need advice, a laugh, a boost after a bad day, or when I just need someone to talk to. Not only was she my teacher, but one of my coaches. She's always been like a softball mom to me, and always helped me to stay focused, calm, and collected. She helps me through all of my ups and downs within school, softball, and more. Because of her, I'm the person I am today, and for that, I'm forever grateful for you being my teacher, coach, and best friend. Next is Veronica Vaught. Escorting Mr. McManus. Mr. McManus was my freshman year American Studies teacher. He has a kind soul and is such a dedicated teacher. I appreciate our quick conversations in the hallways ever since 9th grade. He always has a smile on his face and it rubs off on all of his students. I always hear other students speak very highly of Mr. McManus. It makes me happy he has such an impact on others as he had on me. He can make complicated lessons a breeze. Thank you for being a positive role model and influence on my life and setting me off on the right path for my freshman year. Thank you to all of our teachers for your commitment, your heart, and your impact. We appreciate you today and every day. Let's give a big round of applause.
A lovely ceremony there, folks, for the Teacher Appreciation Day, of course, by all the seniors here at the Mechanicsburg Wildcats High School. But as umpires are up here, set and ready to go. We're going to go through the lineups in just a few moments. But this is a very highly contested matchup here, everybody. I mean, Chambersburg comes in today, 12-4 overall, 9-3 in the Mid-Penn Commonwealth. And the Wildcats, of course, coming in 9-6, with 6-5 in the Mid-Penn Commonwealth. So very highly contested matchup within the divisional as well as in the play eventually as season comes to a close. As we're going to have a quick captain's meeting real quick. A couple of the seniors from both sides, 4 from Chambersburg, 3 from Mechanicsburg, will meet in the middle for a lineup exchange. They're meeting in the middle here, folks. But as I've been saying, it's a very, very highly contested game, one of the last home games, possibly the last, barring weather that comes up for the Wildcats. Only a couple games left for both sides. I think there's got to be a lot of tension, of course, for both sides. Of course, with such a highly contested matchup, especially with both sides who did make playoffs last season. Mechanicsburg, of course, at 9th in the 6A this season, having moved up from 5A last season. Chambersburg currently sit 5th in the 6A with their 12-4 record. Both teams made significant progress, both making the state playoff last season. Mechanicsburg winning a game and dropping the second to Pittston in the quarterfinal. And Chambersburg lost in the first round to Downingtown West, hoping to come back and redeem themselves. We're going to go ready to do some lineups here. Turn you over to the PA announcer once more.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to meet today's starting lineups. First off, for Chambersburg, head coach Christian Scoltetti, assisted by Katie Pato and Kenneth Stepler. Here's the starting lineup for the Trojans. Leading off, the second baseman, number 9, Brianne Pato. Batting second, the catcher, number 2, Carly Scoltetti. Batting third, the shortstop, number 1, Addison Zell. Batting fourth, center fielder, number 4, Malia Kramer. Batting fifth, the designated player, number 11, Kylie Perry. Batting sixth, first baseman, number 32, Sine Jones. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 7, Marley Onomastico. Batting eighth, the pitcher, number 12, Corey Leedy. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 13, Arissa Varner. And the flex player at third base, number 16, Kendall Flory. The Trojans of Chambersburg High School. And now let's meet the starting lineup for Mechanicsburg. Head coach Gail Heaston, assisted by Becky Marshall and Jen Condon. Here's the starting lineup for the Wildcats. Leading off, the shortstop, number 10, Reagan Condon. Batting second, the left fielder, number 2, Mia Masser. Batting third, doing the pitching, number 1, Jada Lacey. She bats fourth in right field, number 4, Asha Pratt. Batting fifth at third base, number 28, Chelsea Heckard. Batting sixth, designated player, number 34, Matt Giblin. Batting seventh, doing the catching, number 31, Rylan McGee. Batting eighth at first base, number 3, Jaden Brubaker. Batting ninth in center field, number 5, Emmy Kuhn. And the flex player today at second base, number 23, Kenzie Shockey. The Wildcats of Mechanicsburg High School.
Now that we have gone through the starting lineups, we're going to go to commercial real quick, and we'll be right back once we get right in the circle and we're ready to go.
This is you. And this is us. Hi, we're True Green. We're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. That means we'll give you a pro-level lawn guaranteed. That's a satisfaction guarantee. That's a price match guarantee. That's a guarantee on top of your guarantee. So you can do less of this and more of this.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Seth Gardner for your personal price plan today.
Snappers Bar and Grill at 120 East Allen Street in Mechanicsburg is proud to support Wildcat Athletics. Snappers is open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. and offers outstanding service and exceptional food and drink options, all at a fair price. Stop in for fresh seafood, delicious hand-cut steaks, and homemade pasta dishes. Snappers also offers a variety of sandwiches, fresh, crisp salads, and awesome appetizers. Dine in, carry out, or have your next big gathering catered. Snappers Bar and Grill. Call 717-697-9475 to learn more.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now live after the national anthem. We're set to be underway for the Mid-Penn Commonwealth matchup between the visiting Chambersburg Trojans and the home Mechanicsburg Wildcats. As I've said before, I'm David Bray. I'll be doing the broadcast today for this matchup. And, man, like I've said, we've got a good one today. 12-4 Chambersburg coming in and taking on the 9-6 Mechanicsburg. Over the past 5 games, Mechanicsburg's dropped a couple, 2-3 through the last 5 games, winning to Altoona and Manheim Township, but dropping games to Cumberland Valley, Central Dauphin, and State College. And, I mean, when you're a team coming up from a 5A into the 6A, I mean, I saw it all year with how they played this year in the 6A for basketball. It's a tough challenge. And, of course, you're going for teams where schools aren't as large to going against schools like, for example, Hazleton, who has 3,000-plus kids in their high school alone. And you can say the same for Cumberland Valley. So, I mean, they've been doing very, very well. 6A, top 14 to make the playoffs, currently sitting 9th in the 6A, so in a good spot if they just end their season strong. But starting out in the circle for Mechanicsburg is number 1, Jada Lacey. She'll be pitching today for the Wildcats to start out. As the ball is going to be slung over to second base, and we're going to get set and be underway for this matchup. From the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth, the stream today is sponsored by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville, Pennsylvania. But leading off for Chambersburg is going to be number 9, Briam Pato. Pato starting second baseman for them today. It's the first pitch. Upstairs, called ball, and we're underway. Going around the horn for Mechanicsburg, start off pitching today, it's Jada Lacey. Behind the dish is Rylan McGee. And going around the infield, we have Jaden Brubaker at first. Second baseman will be Kenzie Shockey. Shortstop will be Reagan Condon. And, of course, at third base will be Chelsea Heckert. And then going around the outfield, Mia Masser. Out in center field is Emmy Kuhn, and in right field is Asha Pratt. So that is your defensive lineup for Mechanicsburg, as that is going to be 2-1 the count. Pitch was pumped in as a strike previously. That ball upstairs. So 2-1 the count. The pitch swung on, hit over to the left side. It's going to fly foul into the seats. Tie the count of a 2-2. Chambersburg batting 1-2-3 will be Pato, Skoltetti, and Zell as the scheduled three up to start. Payoff pitch by Lacey, swung on, belted in the left center field. Chasing underneath it is going to be Masser. It's going to get past her, hit the wall, going around second, heading to third, and standing safely. She's going to break for home after the missed catch, and that is going to be a triple, and that's going to score the first run of the game for Chambersburg. Count it 1-0 already. Leadoff triple ball was a little high from Masser, so count that as an error on the score. But that's going to start the game off strong for Chambersburg. Batting second, Carly Skoltetti. First pitch pumped in, called strike. But man, that's an electric way to start off the game, folks, especially for a Trojan side like this coming to a very, very electric environment like this one. Next pitch is going to be outside, called strike. 0-2 the count. Good way to start out early for Lacey. The pitch outside and upstairs, called ball. Good job by McGee for able to stand up and keep that going from the backstop. But honestly, on that last play, good heads-up play by Pato. I want to see the ball go, dribble out of the race hands. That popped up. It's going to go behind us. It's going to bounce right before it hits the fence here. No chance for us over here in the booth to make a play. So we're going to try it again at 1-2. Skoltetti, the starting catcher for the Trojans. Trojans today are in the blue and pinstriped white jerseys. Mechanicsburg in the pinstriped white, black, and maroon. As that's cut on and missed, strike three. And that's going to be the first strikeout for Lacey today.
Batting third, the shortstop, number 1, Addison Zell.
Addison Zell up to bat. Starting shortstop for Chambersburg. Jada Lisa hoping to limit the damage as that first batter is able to score the run. First pitch pumped in, called strike. 0-1 the count to start. Second pitch popped up in the air. Underneath it is going to be the shortstop. The second baseman is Shockey. It's going to drop, however, and that's going to be a base hit for Zell.
Center fielder, number 4, Malia Kramer.
So runner on, Malia Kramer coming up to bat. Interesting how Chambersburg has the luxury of walk-up songs today. You don't see that too often, especially at some colleges nowadays. Pitch upstairs. Runner thought about going, but good job by McGee for able to keep her on at first. Condon at second's got to be, or at short's going to be ready for the potential steal. Next pitch upstairs. McGee up and ready to go. So that's going to be 2-0 the count. Both pitches upstairs. The 2-0. Down low, called ball, 3-0 the count. Lacey probably just going to put a pitch in to get a strike on the board. She sets and readies to go. That next pitch called strike. Looked like Kramer went to go bunt, pulled back, but regardless, it's still a strike. So 3-1 the count. The pitch by Lacey. Ball 4 upstairs. That's going to give 2 on for Kylie Perry, the designated hitter.
Batting fifth, designated player number 11, Kylie Perry.
Kylie Perry. 2 ducks on the pond with 1 out. Already scoring a run this inning, of course, by the triple and the E7. Lacey sets and deals from the circle. Down low, called ball, 1-0 the count. Lacey sets and deals. Down low, called ball, 2-0 the count. And Lacey's just got to try and keep her head on straight, be able to get out of the jam here with 2 on. Next pitch outside. Good pitch. Strike 1. 2-1 the count. Lacey sets and deals. Swung on, belted out to center field. Underneath it is going to be Kuhn. That's going to be the second out of the inning. Runners are going to hold at first and second, respectively.
Batting sixth, first baseman, number 32, Sine Jones.
That's going to bring it to 2 outs on the inning. Sine Jones up to bat. Starting first baseman. First pitch outside, called ball. Jones going to try and continue the hot start so far as the next pitch outside, same spot, ball 2. Shout out real quick, home plate umpire today is Kolajacek. And the base umpire is Sativa Sates. So those are the 2 umpires for today. As that pitch swung on and missed down low, 2-1 the count. I walked out, I talked to them a little bit earlier today, and I asked them for their names, and they said, you got some 2 tough names to say today, and I think at least I'd say I did a good job. So 3-1 the count. On deck right now for Chambersburg is Marley Onomastico. Chance with the bases loaded. As that next pitch swung on, belted to the right side. It's going to go over the dugout and foul to bring the count to full 3-2. Runner's going to be moving no matter what. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners on second and first. 1 run scored in the inning. Jones ready at the plate. Lacey sets and deals. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And that's going to do it. Lacey gets out of a jam to start out the inning. 1 run goes to Chambersburg as we're going to go to the bottom of the first inning.
The Turnbridge Group at RBC Wealth Management are proud supporters of Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. When you're faced with tough business, personal, and financial decisions, turn to the Turnbridge Group. They specialize in retirement planning and complex financial situations as their team helps you define and attain your goals, all while building a strong and caring relationship with you. Advisors Tim Engel, Jonathan Stow, and Nick Hansen are available for your call today. The Turnbridge Group, part of the community and for the community. Visit them online at turnbridgegroup.com or call 717-724-4225.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
We are back. Bottom of the first inning. Set as Mechanicsburg's going to go 1-2-3 to start out. But starting in the circle today for Chambersburg is going to be number 12, Corey Leedy. Leedy, the right-hander today, the senior. Also plays second baseman as well, so any pitching changes she'll probably move out there. But starting lineup for Mechanicsburg, scheduled 1-2-3 is going to be Reagan Condon, Mia Master, and Jada Lacey. So it's your 1-2-3 to start. Before we start the inning, though, to go around everybody on Chambersburg. Corey Leedy starting in the circle. Behind the dish is Carly Scoltetti. Starting on third is Sine Jones. Second baseman, Brianne Pato. Shortstop is going to be Addison Zell. And the third baseman is Kendall Flory. And then going around the outfield left to right is Arissa Varner. Center is Malia Kramer. And right field is going to be Marley Onomastico. So leading off for Mechanicsburg, Reagan Condon. So that first pitch is outside, and that's going to start the day for Leedy. Last time around I was able to get out here was the Mechanicsburg game versus Cedar Cliff, and Condon went 4 for 5 with 4 singles. Wasn't able to convert on our last one as that ball tipped back into the catcher. I believe it got a little bit of the umpire here. Holds strong. He's a real tough guy, he is. Little stoppage of play here real quick, but seems like everyone's going to be okay, and we're set and ready to go again. The 1-1. Swung on back into the netting here. Camera's going to hold strong on the fence. A little bit of rattle there, but I'm sure the home plate umpire life flashed before his eyes once more, but 1-2 the count. The pitch swung on, belted over left side. It's going to go hit the fence, but it's going to be foul. Going to remain at the count 1-2. One and two for Condon. Leedy hoping to punch her out here, 1-2. It's going to be dribbled up the middle. Second baseman slinging it over to first, and that's one gone. Good play by Pato to get the first out of the inning.
Batting second, left fielder number 2, Mia Masser.
Mia Masser up to bat. The lefty. Masser, the sophomore outfielder, currently playing left field for Mechanicsburg. Possibly a bunt in play. She squares to bunt, but that's going to be outside called ball. But Chambersburg's going to be on their heels now with the bunt defense in play. What a great day for some baseball or softball, folks. We got a lot of fans up there on the hill. Reminds me of my home college, Elizabethtown, with the giant hill on the baseball field. It's going to be swung on, belted into foul territory. Underneath it is going to be the third baseman of Flory, and that's going to do it for 2 outs.
Batting third for Mechanicsburg, the pitcher, number 1, Jada Lacey.
Jada Lacey up to bat, able to shut down Chambersburg. Only 1 scored in the inning, of course, off the first at-bat of the game. But she's going to hope to help her case a little bit, do some damage on the other side of the ball. The first pitch cut on, missed, called strike. Next pitch swung out. It's going to be hit right over into the fence outside here. Couldn't make it to the track over here to our right, but it's going to stay in play and bring it to a good pitcher's count of 0-2. Oh, 2 outs. It's going to be ball outside and up. 1-2. Leedy just hoping to end the inning 1-2-3 without any damage. Leedy sets and deals. Caught on and missed, strike 3. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Chambersburg as they're set to bring the hot bats back up in the top of the second inning.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells, officer, officer, they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie is delicious.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Second inning up and going, folks, as we're set to go. As Chambersburg's going to be back up again. Going with their bottom half of the lineup this time, starting with Onomastico, Leedy, and Varner to end out their first 9 hitters of the day. But before we start the inning, a quick shout out to the Wildcat Athletics thanks to the Mechanicsburg Area Recreational Department for their ongoing support of our live streams. The department offers a variety of activities from crafts to dance to fitness and family fun, providing something for everyone. Visit mbgsd.org and click the Recreation tab or stop by their office at the Trails and Trees Environmental Center to explore all they have to offer. So shout out to the Parks and Rec at Mechanicsburg for helping us out all season. As that first pitch outside called strike. Good way to start out the inning as Onamastico is going to lead off for Chambersburg. Onamastico is sophomore, so that's going to be dribbled over. Liner right to the third baseman of Heckert, and she's going to snag the first out of the inning.
Batting eighth, the pitcher, number 12, Corey Leedy.
Corey Leedy, again, another pitcher at bat, so she's going to try and help her cause on the other end of the inning. First pitch upstairs called strike. Looking at Chambersburg 4-1 through the last 5 games. Defeated State College, Altoona, Mifflin, and Altoona once more in the last 5. So that good breaking ball got her to cut and miss, 0-2. And their only loss in the last 5 games was to Greencastle Antrim, a 2-1 heartbreaker loss. But hoping to reclaim the glory of last season and making it to the state tournament. So that next pitch upstairs and outside. Ball 1. But 1-2 the count regardless. Lacey sets and deals. Upstairs called ball. To the count even. Arissa Varner on deck. Next pitch upstairs, called ball, bring it to full. 0-2 to 3-2. Good plate discipline so far by Onamastico. Or excuse me, from Leedy. Full count, 3-2-1, the scoreboard over here. The pitch. Caught on and missed. Make it 3 on the day for Lacey. She strikes out her third batter. That's going to go to the bottom of the lineup here, Arissa Varner.
Ninth, the left fielder, number 13, Arissa Varner.
Varner batting at the tail end of the lineup today. The junior outfielder. She squares to bunt. It's going to dribble foul. Not often you see a righty bunting. Traditionally, you see a lefty bookending the lineup, but not today, apparently. 0-1 the count. Pitched by Lacey. Good breaking ball down low. It's going to be strike 2, and we're back to an 0-2 count for Lacey. Outside, ball 1. 1-2. Mechanicsburg's faltered a little bit in the last couple games, 2-3. They beat Altoona and Manheim Township, however, had losses to CVCD and State College. Someone's fouled straight back. Try it again at 1-2. But it's not like there have been really big losses. I mean, they lost to Cumberland Valley 4-0. They lost to Central Dauphin 8-1. That's the only major loss. And then they lost to State College in a 2-1 heartbreaker. So they're keeping it close, and they're trying to edge out some 6A opponents, as that one's fouled right back into the fence. But a good battle so far here from Varner. Couple softball changes here. But a win here for Mechanicsburg would honestly elevate them into possibly moving up in the rankings with about 4 games left for them. It's another looping off speed upstairs. It's a good off-speed pitch. If you can read it, you really can get to it. But with all that movement, it's really tough to keep track of. That's going to be belted over to left field. Masser underneath it, but that's going to do it for the ending. 1-2-3 for Chambersburg as Mechanicsburg is going to get back up to chase this 1-0 deficit right after this.
This is you. And this is us. Hi, we're True Green. We're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. That means we'll give you a pro-level lawn guaranteed. That's a satisfaction guarantee. That's a price match guarantee. That's a guarantee on top of your guarantee. So you can do less of this and more of this.
Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Bottom of the second inning. Mechanicsburg, after being sat down 1-2-3, is going to have their heart of the lineup up. Asha Pratt starting out. Good basketball player for this Wildcats ladies squad, but she's been very, very good on the in the diamond as well. Posting a good season so far for her. Only a sophomore, so 2 years left for her in both respective sports. As she takes that one for a ball, it's going to be 1-1. After the strong top half of the inning for Chambersburg, nothing really doing for either side. As a swing and a miss is going to be strike two. And Leedy is going to try and do the same thing as she did last inning and shut down this Mechanicsburg team. So that's going to be down low, called ball, 2-2 the count. It's going to be outside. Good plate discipline there. Load the count, 3-2. Little bat waggle, sets and deals. Caught on and missed. Strike three. And picking up right where she left off, Leedy is going to get her second strikeout of the day.
The third baseman, number 28, Chelsea Heckert.
Chelsea Heckert in the 5-hole of the lineup. Heckert, the senior this season, so one of her possible last home games here on the field in Mechanicsburg. First pitch outside, called ball, 1-0. Next pitch inside, called strike. Good pitch right to the inside. It really crowded her there. Not much she could have done. Good swing on it, possibly would have jammed her up anyway, so good layoff regardless, and a great pitch. 1-1, swung on and missed. It's going to bring it to a good pitcher's count of 1-2. Leedy hoping to do it again. Outside, called ball even at 2-2. And both these teams, honestly, for their respective records this season, both really good teams, but the plate discipline off the charts so far. Swung on, and it's going to go check swing. Did she go? Yes, she did. And picking up once more, another strikeout for Leedy. Make it 3. As Matt Giblin, the designated hitter, is going to be up. But 3 in a row strikeouts now, if we're counting last inning for Leedy. Continuing her run of dominance so far. First pitch outside, called strike. And honestly, what makes a really good softball team is having a great pitching staff. And with both these teams, with how Lacey and Leedy have both been pitching, I mean, it really tells a story here. So second pitch outside, called strike, same place as before. But it's going to do the job as the home plate umpire is going to like that call. 0-2 the count. The pitch outside. Tried for the same spot a third time, but not going to get it done. Going to try it again, 1 and 2. Leedy sets and deals. Cut on, it's going to go into shallow center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So Giblin's going to get the hitting party started for Mechanicsburg with their first hit of the ball game. As Rylan McGee is going to be now up.
Batting seventh, the catcher, number 31, Rylan McGee.
McGee, I believe, relatives with Landon McGee, who is a member of the Mechanicsburg boys basketball team. Shout out to them. They won the Keystone this past season, was the solo winner, after tying the year prior to the Hershey Trojans. It's a first pitch outside called strike. 0-1 for the righty. Next pitch down low, good off speed, cut on and missed for strike 2. And now McGee down 0-2, runner on first base, hoping to stretch this inning and possibly punch some runs home. The 0-2 swung on, hit over the third base side. It's going to catch off, sling it over to first, the shortstop. It's going to get past the first baseman. Runner's going to third, and she's going to stay in their standings. That's going to continue the inning. Giblin's going to advance to second safely and then get to third off the throwing error from the third baseman of Flory. But McGee is going to reach safely regardless. Or, excuse me, that was a E6, excuse me. On an errant throw from Zell.
Running at first base for Mechanicsburg, number 7, Veronica Vaught. Now batting for Mechanicsburg, first baseman, number 3, Jaden Brubaker.
Veronica Vaught's going to take over as a pinch runner. For the Wildcats, she's going to be standing on first. But now up to back is Jaden Brubaker. First pitch down low, called strike. Next pitch inside. It's going to be 1-1 the count. Brubaker had to jump out of the way for that one. But a base hit would do the job and tie the game up at 1-1. Next pitch outside, 2-1. But good plate discipline needed. I mean, if you load the bases up, you have Emmy Kuhn coming up to bat as the 9-hole hitter. But any hit here would draw on a run no matter what. It's cut on and missed. 2-2 the count. Runners on the corners. Leedy hoping to exit this inning unscathed. It's going to be belted back into the fence here, and we're going to do it again, 2-2. Two and two, 2 outs in the second, 2 runners on. The pitch, it's going to be called strike 3, and that's going to get him out of the jam. 2 runners on for Mechanicsburg, but Leedy and Chambersburg are going to get out of it unscathed. 1-0 Chambersburg heading into the third inning.
At Bobby Rahal, it's about doing the right thing, starting with our vision, that clients deserve great service at a fair price. We understand this can only happen with great team members. Doing what's right includes supporting local charities, youth sports, and first responders. It extends to the environment and why we reclaim rainwater for car washes and recycle used oil. We want to thank our loyal clients for recognizing us by voting Bobby Rahal simply the best of Harrisburg for 21 years in a row. Experience the Bobby Rahal difference and find out more at BobbyRahal.com.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
We're back here, folks. Third inning, ready to go. So far, only 1 run scored between the two sides. Before we start the inning, first of all, I'd like to let everyone know to save the date. The Wildcat Foundation will host its 16th annual golf outing on Friday, August 8th in 2025 at the Carlisle Barracks Golf Course. The golf outing serves as one of the Foundation's 3 main fundraisers in its annual mission to raise money to fund grants for the Mechanicsburg area school district students and teachers. Sponsorship opportunities and event registration will open in late April. So, right now, you can go and register up for it. So check out wildcatfoundation.org/events/golf outing for more information. If I was good at golf, I'd go and do that, but unfortunately, I'm only good at one thing, and that's basketball, so I'll stick to that. As we're going to flip over to the top of the lineup, Chambersburg's Brianne Pato is going to be leading off, the lefty. Last time around, tripled and scored off an errant throw. And that's the only run of the game so far for the Trojans. Squares to bunt, but it's going to be down low for a ball 1. Lacey so far only allowed 2 hits with 1 run not earned. As that's going to be dribbled up. Shortstop Condon slings over to first, and that's going to get the speedy runner of Pato for the first out of the inning.
The catcher, number 2, Carly Skoltetti.
Skoltetti back up to bat. Struck out last time around, was one of the victims of the 3 strikeouts. And honestly, for softball, there's been a lot of strikeouts so far. 6 so far between the 2 sides and only 2 innings pitched. That pitch is going to be flown over. Unless that's going to land behind us in the track, but it's going to be a strike regardless, 0-1. Lacey gets the signal, sets and deals. It's going to be inside, called strike. Got Skoltetti turning, but umpire liked the pitch where it was at, so 0-2 the count. Oh-2 outside. It's going to be ball 1. Possibly a good chase pitch, but not going to get Skoltetti as she's going to battle in 1-2. The pitch. Swung on. It's going to be high over the dugout, but it's going to hit the top of the Chambersburg dugout. And we're going to try it again, 1-2. The 1-2. Lacey gets her signal. Up and outside, even the count at 2. But a good battle so far by Skoltetti. Keep her out of a possible second strikeout of the day for her. The 2-2. She sets and deals. Swung on, dribbled up the third base line. It's going to stay fair. Slung over to first, and she's going to be safe. I think if she let that one go, it might have been foul, but that's going to be a base runner for Chambersburg. Set up for the 3- and 4-hole hitters.
The shortstop, number 1, Addison Zell.
That's going to be an infield single, though, for Skoltetti to keep the inning alive. Next up is Addison Zell. Singled and advanced to second last time around, but couldn't come around to score. So 1 for 1 on the day. That's going to be belted high. Underneath it is going to be Pratt, and that's going to retire her for the second out of the inning.
Now batting center fielder, number 4, Malia Kramer.
Malia Kramer hoping to keep this inning alive and well. Runner on first, but last time around walked, so 0 for 0 in the day. First pitch by Lacey. Upstairs, called ball. The 1-0. Swung on, belted over. That's going to drop in as a base hit in the left field. Skoltetti's going to get to second, but put on the brakes as it's going to be first and second with 2 outs in the third inning.
Now batting designated player number 11, Kylie Perry.
Kylie Perry up to bat. Perry last time around flew out to center field. So 0 for 1 on the day. Nice batting gloves, a nice blue and pink combination. First pitch, belted high and shallow. It's going to be the same thing as last time, as it's going to pop up to Emmy Kuhn in center field, but that's going to do it. Despite 2 runners on, no damage can be done, as they're going to keep a 1-0 lead for Chambersburg heading into the bottom of the third.
The Turnbridge Group at RBC Wealth Management are proud supporters of Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. When you're faced with tough business, personal, and financial decisions, turn to the Turnbridge Group. They specialize in retirement planning and complex financial situations, as their team helps you define and attain your goals, all while building a strong and caring relationship with you. Advisors Tim Engel, Jonathan Stow, and Nick Hansen are available for your call today. The Turnbridge Group, part of the community and for the community. Visit them online at turnbridgegroup.com or call 717-724-4225.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Back on the diamond here, folks. Bottom of the third inning, set and ready to go. It's the scheduled up for Mechanicsburg will be Emmy Kuhn for her first at-bat of the game, and then turnover for Reagan Condon and Mia Masser. But so far, a good day for both these pitchers in the circle. Leedy only allowing 2 hits so far in the game with no runs. And Lacey, on the other end, only 3 hits as well, with 1 run not being earned, a walk and 3 strikeouts. And both of them even now with 3 strikeouts. Or, excuse me.
The center fielder, number 5, Emmy Kuhn.
Scratch that. I didn't do my math right. You'd think as a science major I'd be good at that, but not really, I guess. 4 hits so far for Lacey. That first pitch swung on and missed for strike 1, as Emmy Kuhn's going to take her first at-bat of the game. Currently patrolling center field for the Wildcats. That ball belted back into the netting. Yeah, fly back fair, but that's not how it works, folks, so 0-2 the count. Kuhn trying to start it out strong for the Wildcats. She receives the next pitch off speed down low, 1-2. Based on her practice queen, looking to slap hit one into one of the gaps. She's going to belt that one high to center field. Underneath it is going to be Kramer, and that's going to do it for the first out.
The shortstop, number 10, Reagan Condon.
As we're going to turn it over top of the lineup, Reagan Condon, the slap hitter for the Wildcats. Condon, a freshman, so a lot of years left out of your leadoff hitter for the Wildcats. So first pitch going to be called a strike low. Crazy to think how she'll be in college for her first year by the year that I'll be done. So I don't feel old, folks. So next pitch inside, almost got her, but 1-1. Next pitch by Leedy. Outside ball, 2 on the count. And Condon, a speedy base runner, so getting her on would be a huge advantage for this Wildcat team, hoping to draw out of this very small deficit. Next pitch belted over to the left side. Lucky it didn't tag anybody on the way over, but that had a very high exit velocity. So 2-2 the count. Upstairs ball. It's going to bring the count full. Full count, 3-2 for Condon. Leedy sets in, deals. Going to be swung on, belted up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. Condon gets on the board for her first base hit of the game. That's going to give one on for Mia Masser. Popped out in her last time to a third base side foul. She's going to square the bunt. It's going to go just foul. So 0-1 to start out the at-bat. Very colorful at-bat from Masser. Huge fan of it from the lefty. Masser, the sophomore and a very, very young Mechanicsburg lineup. That's going to be cut on and missed for strike 2. 0-2 the count. Leedy hoping to punch out number 4 on the day. As she gets ready and deals. Going to be battled off. It's going to go foul over into the stands. So we're going to try it again, 0-2. The 0-2. It's going to be outside, ball 1. Condon thought about it on first, but it's going to retreat back to first base. Breeze is going to start coming in, feel nice, as that's going to be dribbled over first base, taking it over herself to first, but Condon's going to get second safely. So 2 outs, runner in scoring position for Jada Lacey. So Lacey going to try and keep this inning alive and pull her out of this 1-0 deficit to give her something to fight for heading into the top of the 4th. Sets and deals down low, called ball. Condon, big lead off of second base, however, she's going to stay. And as one of my very, very good friends, John, who does broadcasting now for the Independent League in Iowa, I believe... They're the Sioux City Explorers, so shout out to him out there. That's going to be belted high into shallow center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Condon rounds third. She's going to get home safely. And that's going to be RBI single for Jada Lacey. Tying the game up at 1-1. And, man, you guys are able to see the speed there from Condon. Able to book it around third and get home. As Asha Pratt, with already 1 run in the inning, going to try and add some more on. That pitch cut on and missed, strike 1. But Lacey doing some damage on both the defense and the offense. Only with 3 strikeouts on one end, on the other end with the RBI base hit. Next pitch down low. Skull Teddy behind the plate. Wanted to throw over the first pump fake, but sliding safely back into first is Lacey. Next pitch belted high into shallow. It's going to get into the glove of Kramer, and that's going to do it. But the damage has already been done. Mechanicsburg add 1 to tie the game up at 1-1 heading into the 4th inning.
Craig was in the Rockies and had to cut his ski trip short because he was having severe knee pain.
Lauren came in, she was really discouraged. She had tried 3 months of therapy, nothing was working. She really wanted to get back to volleyball.
We found that he had severe arthritis in both knees and his hip.
She needed shoulder arthroscopy with slap and posterior labral repair.
Simultaneous bilateral total knee replacements.
6 months of recovery and Lauren's back, happy as ever.
3 months after his final surgery, Craig sent us pictures of him skiing the Rocky Mountains. And that's what makes our job here at OSS Health so fulfilling.
Hey there, Wildcat fans. It's Mike Garland, voice of Wildcat Athletics. And that map you're looking at and those little blue pin drops, They represent the central Pennsylvania locations of our broadcast partners, from our presenting sponsor, 11 Oaks Farms, to the south and west in Newville, to one of our newest partners, True Green Lawn Care on the East Shore in Middletown, and everywhere in between. These are community-oriented businesses, and their dollars are supporting Wildcat Athletics. So in turn, fans, I ask you to support them. Pick up the phone and price their services. Shop in their store locations. Tell them you heard about it during a broadcast of Wildcat Athletics. You can go to GoMechanicsburg.com right now and click on the live stream tab to learn more about each one of these great central Pennsylvania businesses. We thank them for their support, and I encourage you to support them in turn.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Top of the fourth inning, we're set and ready to go. And leading off is Sinead Jones. Jones is leading off. Set 3 is going to be Jones, Marley Onomastico, and Corey Leedy as the 1-2-3. First pitch upstairs called ball, 1-0 the count. But Mechanicsburg able to take back what the lot deficit that they had started in the first inning, and now it's tied 1-1 even now. Lacey sets and deals. It's going to be belted over to right center field. That's going to drop for a base hit and more. Rounding first is going to be Jones, heading into second with a. That's going to be a double to start out the inning for the Trojans.
The right fielder, number 7, Marley Onomastico.
All right, good job by Jones, able to get a nice one right in between Pratt and Kuhn out in left and center and right. And that's going to give Chambersburg a runner on scoring position with no outs in the inning. Onomastico up, rips one over the short. It's going to belt off of the third baseman. It's going to head over to foul territory. Underneath it is going to be Condon running to second. That's just going to be a short double for Onomastico. Jones is going to advance to third, but no more. We're going to have a pinch hitter for the Chambersburg. Josie Snavely.
Josie Snavely.
She's going to sub in for Corey Leedy, so she won't hit this inning. Possibly subbing back in to pitch next inning, so we'll see. Or next half inning, excuse me. So we'll see about that. First at bat of the game for Snavely. Upstairs called ball, so 1-0 the count to start. Upstairs called strike, 1-1 the count. Next pitch there by Lacey. Going to be belted over. First baseman, it's going to hit off of the glove. And that's going to score a run. Runner coming from third. She's going to score safely as well. And that's going to be 2 runs scored. And I believe on the error there by the first baseman of Brubaker.
Now batting for the Trojans, left fielder, number 13, Arissa Varner.
So I'm calling that an E3 regardless. Arissa Varner, back up to bat. As the score is now 3-1 Chambersburg. And they said, you know that run we scored in the first inning? And you know how you tied it back up? Well, we're back and we're ready. So 2 more added on so far. No outs still. It's going to be belted back foul. Camera, good job. Good tape job by me, able to keep that camera steady and stable. By how many times that GoPro has been shaken over here as our camera. You should have an ad for GoPro at this point in time. Varner ready for the pitch. Upstairs, call ball. Runner thought about it on first. But Snavely's going to stay safely at first. Counts even at 1-1. And that's going to be belted high into foul territory. Condon underneath it, chasing. She's going to get to the fence, almost flip over, but she's going to stay in the yard. The ball is not. So 1-2. Going to be upstairs, call ball, slung over to first. A little bit behind the first baseman of Brubaker. She's going to hold on to it. Two. Lacey hoping to shut the door a little bit further. That's going to be belted over. Condon, bad hop. That's just going to get past her into left field. And that's going to be a single for Varner to keep this inning rolling.
The second baseman, number 9, Brianne Pato.
So we're going to flip over top of the lineup. Brianne Pato. 1 for 2, tripled and grounded out. Also scored a run her first time around. Runners on second and first. She sets and deals squares to bunt. It's going to be outside for ball 1. Last season, Chambersburg got 3rd overall in the 6A, hoping to do the same coming around, now sitting at the 5th seed, but a little work to be done as that ball's upstairs, called ball. Little weird situation in terms of stealing. Of course, with the possible bunt in play, Condon's going to go cover third, and I think Emmy Kuhn was going to run in and cover second if need be. As that pitch bunt, it's going to be nice dribbler. Slung over to first, no throw, and that's going to be bases loaded for the Trojans. A perfect bunt played, reminded me of some I've seen back in Elizabethtown College. But honestly, nothing you could do about that, as that's going to be bases loaded, no outs for Carly Scoltetti.
The catcher, number 2, Carly Scoltetti.
Scoltetti in her last 2 at-bats struck out and singled. First pitch, swung on, belted high into shallow. Good catch by Condon. It's going to be an out. So first out of the inning. Nobody's going to move around the bases, so everyone's staying put. That's going to be the first out for Chambersburg. Addison Zell up to bat, singled and flew out in her last 2 at-bats, 1 for 2 on the day. And Lacey hoping just to get out of this jam. Throw to home is in play as every base is going to be forced at this point in time. That first pitch called strike. Quick time by Zell. Zell plays a little bit of everywhere, infielder, outfielder, and pitcher as so where doesn't she play is going to be catcher, but the junior has a good off-speed outside, ball 1. Jada Lacey hoping to get out of this jam. Bases loaded with 1 out. It's going to be slung over to the short second base side. It's going to be a base hit. 1 runner's going to score, but that's going to be it for Chambersburg, as it's going to be 4-1.
The center fielder, number 4, Malia Kramer.
Run's not going to be earned either as she was able to reach base on the error. So now up to bat is going to be Malia Kramer. 1 for 1 with a single and a walk so far today as they're going to fix second base. Sativa Sates fixing out the, cleaning out the hole where the second base bag is going to sit. Bases are made to move a little bit, but we have a glove thrown over there by Condon. We have a 3-person crew digging out the hole of where it's supposed to go. Kramer's walk-up song taking a little longer than usual to play. Might as well just play the whole song. Base is sitting in its spot, and we're good to go. No Gardens crew here today. We're just going to have umpires and fielders and whoever's standing on second alike doing it. So, bases loaded, 1 out for Kramer. And with an OBP today of 100, I mean, that's who you need in this situation. First pitch, upstairs, called strike. Good pitch to start out the at-bat for Lacey. Lacey allowed 8 hits, 4 earned runs, all unearned, with a walk and 3 strikeouts, hoping to get out of this inning as she sets and deals. Upstairs, called ball, even the count of 1. Quick shout out, folks, to the Wildcat Foundation, who will announce it in May. Its grant recipients for the 2025-2026 school year. Annually, the foundation annually provides grant funding in excess of $85,000 as the school district programs in line with its mission to strengthen educational, cultural, wellness, and athletic programs of the Mechanicsburg Area School District. As that's going to be a base hit, it's going to score 1 run. Or 2 runs, excuse me. To bring it to 6-1. But if you want to learn more about the grant funding process, visit wildcatfoundation.org/grants. That's going to score 2 runs. That's going to be a strike 1, the first pitch. She's able to get the out at first, but it's still going to score 2. Scoring was Pato and Varner. To bring it to 6-1. And a great inning from this Chambersburg team. Really electrified here in this 4th inning. Sparked some offense and then some. That pitch dribbled over to third base side, slinging over to first, and that's going to do it. Getting out of the jam and batting around for Chambersburg. However, the damage has been done. 5 runs dumped in by the Trojans this inning as Mechanicsburg set to come up right after this.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
We're in the middle of the 4th inning, getting ready to start the bottom of the 4th inning. But just a quick shout out real quick to all the sponsors here at Mechanicsburg with True Green, Wildcat Foundation, Wharf Brewing Company, RSR, 11 Oaks Farms, Chick-fil-A, Westshire Decks, Landscapes, Member First Federal Credit Union, Operation Wildcat, OSS Health, Snappers, Mechanicsburg Recreation, and Sheets, Renewed Hearing, RBC, and Bobby Ray Hall, and State Farm. And thanks just to all the sponsors who sponsor us here for these Mechanicsburg live streams. We couldn't do it without you. As we're halfway done with this game so far. Mechanicsburg back up. Chelsea Heckert to lead off. It's the first pitch down low for a ball. Heckert last time around struck out, being one of the 3 victims to Leedy strikeouts today. Next pitch inside, called ball, 2-0 the count. Set up for Mechanicsburg is going to be Heckert, Giblin, and I believe McGee, who will be the scheduled 3. I believe she re-entered. That's going to be outside, strike 1. That's going to be belted up. It's going to squeeze in between the third baseman and shortstop, and that's going to be a base hit. So 1 runner on to start the inning for Mechanicsburg.
Designated player number 34, Matt Giblin.
It's going to be Matt Giblin. Singled last time around, advanced to third on an error, but wasn't able to score. Giblin hoping to do the same again as the designated player. It's going to be outside, ball 1. Down low, ball 2. Good pitch there outside, strike 1. It's going to be belted left side over to the left fielder, and that's going to do it for out number 1. Varner making the play on the run. It's going to hold Heckert at first, but give it 1 gone for Ryland McGee. Singled and was eventually pinch ran for by Veronica Vaught, excuse me. First pitch outside, strike 1. That's going to be belted high. It's going to go behind us. 0-2 the count. And 2. The pitch outside, ball 1. The 1-2. Swung on, belted out to center field. Underneath it is going to be Kramer, and that's going to retire McGee. Just like that, 2 outs. Jaden Brubaker up to bat. Last time around, struck out looking. Hoping not to repeat that and keep this inning alive for the Wildcats. First pitch outside, ball 1. Next pitch right down the heart of the plate. That's going to be strike 1. Beginning the inning off, Heckert able to get on with a single. The Wildcats hoping to extend the or at least reduce this deficit a little bit. 6-1 Chambersburg in this Mid-Penn Commonwealth matchup presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville, Pennsylvania. The 2-1 swung on, hit it over to shallow left field. Underneath, it's going to be Varner, and that's going to do it. Despite the one hit to start the inning, Chambersburg is going to keep their lead at 5 as we head to the 5th inning.
We are dedicated to serving our members, associates, and communities because they give us purpose. We know. We are dedicated to serving our members, associates, and communities because they give us purpose. We know we are stronger when we come together as one. We believe financial literacy is a key tool for personal well-being, economic stability, and a more secure financial future for everyone. And we are committed to providing all with access to financial wellness resources. We strive to deliver unparalleled experiences for our members through every moment and milestone. We are built by will, forged by people, and powered by a proud member experience.
Operation Wildcat is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to pool the resources in our community to help our school district students, families, and staff members in need. We'll take your new or gently used back-to-school items, bikes, books, clothing, dresses and suits, furniture, Halloween costumes, gifts for the holiday, Christmas tree decorations, pennies, socks, underwear, Thanksgiving food, toothbrushes and toothpaste, and yard sale items. Learn more at OperationWildcat.org and go Wildcats.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Pitching change for the Wildcats to start the inning for them. Kayla Yo, the freshman, she'll be taking over duties in the circle for Jada Lacey. Lacey came out of the game 8 hits, 6 runs with only 2 earned, with a walk, 3 strikeouts. But that was all in 4 innings for the Wildcat. Yo is getting her warm-up pitches in. As behind the dish is going to be...
Leading off the top of the 5th inning for Chambersburg, number 32, first baseman, Sinead Jones.
Going to have a couple changes around the diamond. Number 17 for Mechanicsburg, Ella Chartrand, is going to take over first base. Behind the dish is now going to be number 28 of Chelsea Heckert, so move her over to catcher. And I believe Pratt is going to take over. No, excuse me. I'm trying to figure out here as the second pitch pumped in for a ball. Trying to figure out who's over here at third base. I believe Brubaker is going to move over to third. So Chartman's going to move in instead of Rylan McGee, I believe, in her spot. It's going to be interesting. I really don't know how it's going to work out, but flew right back at us over here. Hit right at the photographer standing behind the screen here. Scared him off, but 2-2 the count regardless. The 2-2 pitch dealt down low, called ball. And we're going to load the count 3-2. Upstairs, ball 4, and that's going to give Chambersburg a runner to start the inning as Jones is going to get on board.
The right fielder, number 7, Marley Onamastico.
Marley Onamastico, 1 for 2 with a double and a lineout. First pitch upstairs called ball. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 upstairs called ball. Folks, I can't tell you how hard it is right now. I've done so many Elizabethtown softball games in terms of broadcasting, how much I want to say that E-Town's doing this, E-Town's doing that. So fighting demons here over here in the booth as that ball checked, swing, fouled off over to the left side, or right side, excuse me. So 2-1. But yeah, with all the changes there being in the infield, like I said, with Chartrand's going over to first, behind the dish is going to be Hacker, and over at third base is going to be, I believe that's going to be Brubaker. So we'll see how it all pans out in terms of lineups. Thank God I'm not an umpire and don't know how it works, but 3-1 the count. Jones standing at first as that's going to be outside, ball 4. That's going to be 2 on to start the inning for Chambersburg. A lot of Kendrick fans over here from this Chambersburg team. They've played almost every walk-up song has been somewhat with Kendrick Lamar. As Leedy's back up to bat again. Struck out in her only at-bat of the game. First pitch, nice off speed. It's going to be ball or strike 1, excuse me. The 0-1 as Yo sets and deals. Down low, running underneath it. It's going to be flipped over to the third base to get the force at third. But reaching safely is going to be Leedy, who's going to reach on a fielder's choice. So 1 gone. So we're going to have a pinch runner for
Courtesy running at first base, number 24, Rowan Ogden.
Rowan Ogden. That means that she'll probably fill in for the picture.
Left fielder, Arissa Varner.
As Leedy had already been taken out once today, so she'll be taking over the duties at pitching, at least. As number 13, Arissa Varner, back up to bat. 1 for 2 with a single and a run. First pitch outside, ball 1. As with the last out, just replacements out there as Jones was thrown out at third by Condon. So it's just going to be a replacement at second and first. 1 out. Next pitch by Yo upstairs called ball. So 2-0 count. Varner, the junior outfielder. Next pitch, strike. Throw over to first, not in time. As Lacey has moved over to second baseman, so trying to figure out where everyone's at now. I believe Shockey, the flex is now nullified, so Shockey won't be out there anymore, as that's cut on and missed for strike 2. So 2-2 the count. Varner at the dish. Onamastico at second. Ogden at first. That ball belted out to center field. Underneath it is going to be Kuhn. She'll retrieve the second out of the inning. Runners are going to stay at second and first. So it's going to be 2 gone for Chambersburg.
The second baseman, number 9, Brianne Pato.
So we're going to flip over top of the lineup. Brianne Pato, 4th time up. She walks out to Narco, Timmy Trumpet song, good one for Edwin Diaz's pitcher walkout. Any Mets fans out there, I'm sure most of you guys hate the Mets because Phillies is reign supreme. That first pitch upstairs, ball 1. Pato, 2 for 3 on the day, triple and a single, also with a ground out to short. But a good day from her so far, scoring 2 runs. Next pitch upstairs called strike, even the count at 1. Next pitch, swung on, belted over the left side. It's going to go foul. But it's just going to be a long strike, 1-2 the count. One and two. Yo trying to shut the door on Chambersburg after walking the first two batters. She sets in, deals down low. Good bounce in the dirt, but great job by Hecker, able to keep it in front of her. So even a count at 2. The 2-2. Down low, ball 3. So we're going to fill the count 3-2. The pitch. Down low, bounces in the dirt. It's going to skip past. It's going to be a walk. Onomasco thought about it, but she's going to stay put at third, and that's going to be bases loaded with 2 gone.
Now batting the catcher, number 2, Carly Skoltedi.
Carly Skoltedi for her 4th time up. 1 for 3, single pop out and a strikeout. Not in order, but regardless, that's what happened. First pitch by Yo downstairs, ball 1. Next pitch, ball 2. At this point, you got to limit walks, especially with the bases juiced. Yeah, bases loaded, 2-0 the count, 2 outs. Yo trying to get out of this jam. The pitch downstairs, going to be their 3rd consecutive ball, 3-0. She does walk one in. I expect a quick mound visit to settle her down, continue the inning strong. The pitch. Strike 1. Really low in the zone, but it's going to just catch the bottom. Keep the at-bat alive, 3-1. Three and one. Yo sets and deals. Swung on, belted over to the left side. It's going to go foul. So it went from 3-0 to 3-2. So runners are going to go no matter what here. 3-2, 2 outs. 3 ducks on the pond. Enjoying the sun here in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. As the pitch is in, it's going to be swung and belted over to the left side. We're going to do it again, 3-2. But thanks to the folks over at 11 Oaks Farms in Newville for sponsoring this broadcast and helping us set up a good live stream for you folks. The 3-2. Yo sets and deals. Caught on over to the left side. It's back. It's deep. And it's gone. That's a grand slam for Carly Skoltedi. And that's going to bring the lead to 10-1. And man, what an emphatic way to do it. Took it all the way to left field to expand this lead even further. And man, that's a silencer and a half. 3-0 count, battled back to 3-2. Good job by Yo, but job's been done as 4 runs are going to come in for the inning so far. One swing of the bat's all it took for 4 to come in, as we're currently in the territory to end this game a little earlier, with the 8-run rule possibly coming into the play after the 5th. The those who don't know, folks, there's a rule that comes in where after 5 innings, if you are down or up by 8 runs, the game will end. That ball dribbled over to third, sling over to first, and that's going to do it. But that's not without some damage. Chambersburg with a grand slam is able to open up the scoring 10-1 heading into the bottom of the 5th inning. Stay tuned.
Hey there, Wildcat fans. It's Mike Garland, voice of Wildcat Athletics. And that map you're looking at and those little blue pin drops, they represent the central Pennsylvania locations of our broadcast partners. From our presenting sponsor, 11 Oaks Farms, to the south and west in Newville, to one of our newest partners, True Green Lawn Care on the East Shore in Middletown, and everywhere in between, these are community-oriented businesses and their dollars are supporting Wildcat Athletics. So in turn, fans, I ask you to support them. Pick up the phone and price their services. Shop in their store locations. Tell them you heard about it during a broadcast of Wildcat Athletics. You can go to GoMechanicsburg.com right now and click on the live stream tab to learn more about each one of these great central Pennsylvania businesses. We thank them for their support, and I encourage you to support them in turn. Wolf Brewing Company in Mechanicsburg, established in 2021 as a family and pet-friendly social experience, offers food and drink options for the community, from the community. Family owned by Wildcat graduates, Wolf Brewing Company is just off South Market Street in the all-new Legacy Park. Stop in before, during, or after the game for food crafted from the freshest local ingredients, plus many award-winning drinks made on site. Wolf Brewing Company, 100 Legacy Park Drive, Suite 400, online at wolfbrewingco.com or call 717-590-7917.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
We're back here, bottom of the 5th inning. Don't know why it still says top on our score bug, but still, bottom of the 4th inning, 4 runs scored in the top. After a grand slam by Carly Skulted, he opens the scoring up 10-1. And at this point in time, Mechanicsburg playing a very backpedaling game with the 8-run rule in effect right now. As that ball dribbled over to the first base side, going to take it herself. No, she's going to flip it over to second. And that's going to be a 3-4 to start the inning.
The shortstop, number 10, Reagan Condon.
As Reagan Condon going to step up to bat. Last time around singled and then grounded out in the first inning to lead off the game. But going to try and do some damage control. That first pitch inside, cold strike. Oh, 1 to start. Leedy's still on the mound. That's going to be inside. It's going to hit her. This Condon's going to get on base for the second time today.
The left fielder, number 2, Mia Masser.
Honestly, less hit by pitches than I expected today. I honestly see more in a college game, but that's the first hit by pitch of the day. This Condon's going to take first herself. So Wildcats need 1 run to stay alive in this, or 2 runs to stay alive in this game. Next pitch by Leedy, swung on, belted over. Good diving play. And that's going to double her up at first. And I believe that's going to do it, I believe. Oh, no, it's not? Never mind, I lied. Oh.
Are you on the hunt for a new home? Maybe you're a growing family looking to expand your living situation, or you find your current space too large and you're simply looking to downsize. Whatever your needs, contact Charity Kastner, Realtor with RSR Realtors today. Charity knows the local real estate market and she will find the right home for you. Charity Kastner isn't just a Mechanicsburg-based realtor, she's a Mechanicsburg mom. And after all, mother knows best. Just ask her kids. Make the move today by calling Charity Kastner at 717-557-9312 or rsrrealtors.com to find your first or next home sweet home.
Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're going to the top of the sixth inning. As I was quite stupid, I thought differently. In college, it is 8 runs until the game's over. High school, it's 10. So 10-1. So we're having a new pitcher on in the circle. Mackenzie Shockey is going to take over duties for Kayla Yo. So leading off now for Chambersburg is going to be Malia Kramer. First pitch going to be called a ball. That's going to be tipped over foul. 1-1 the count. But Chambersburg going to keep trying to put more runs on the board. Already have 9 up on the day. Scored 1 run in the first. Was able to tack on 5 in a very, very big inning. And then cap it all off with the grand slam by Skoltetti last inning. The next pitch outside, ball 2. Scheduled up for the Chambersburg. I believe we're going to have a pinch hitter after this. So Kramer's up to bat now. Number 16, Kendall Flory, is going to be hitting after this. As that ball is popped up high. Underneath it is going to be the third baseman of Veronica Vaught. Or excuse me, no, that was actually number 3 of Jaden Brubaker.
Now batting for the Trojans, third baseman number 16, Kendall Flory.
So Flory is going to pinch hit now for the DP of Kylie Perry. And after this, we're going to have another pinch hitter as well. That's number 24 of Rowan Ogden's going to pinch hit. A lot of pinch hitting, folks. My stat sheet's already filled up with too many names. So we're trying to figure things out here, folks. First pitch down low, called strike. Good pitch to start off the at-bat. Second pitch upstairs and outside, call ball 1. Great day for some softball here, folks, as we have a lot of people out up on the hill, fans, and finally was able to get some rain to stop here in the West Shore. As a man who lives on the East Shore, we got a lot as well the past couple of days. So next pitch upstairs, 3-1 the count. But man, that last half inning was so quick I barely could even recall it, but it was a ground out to the first baseman last time around. That's going to skip over to the backstop. It's going to be ball 4 regardless. That's going to get Kramer on as with a walk to start off the, Flory is going to get on with a walk. I cannot read my own writing.
Now batting for Chambersburg, number 24, Rowan Ogden.
Rowan Ogden is going to pinch hit now for Sinead Jones. And after that, I believe we're going to be done with the pinch hitting for a little bit, as on deck is going to be Marley Onamastico. The pitch down low, hauled ball. Runner on first thought about it. Flory's going to stay put it on the bag. But for those who have not been here by the time I announced it, have to save the date The Wildcat Foundation is hosting its 16th annual golf outing on Friday, August 8th, 2025 at the Carlisle Barracks Golf Course. The golf outing serves as one of the Foundation's three main fundraisers in its annual mission to raise money to fund grants for Mechanicsburg area school district students and teachers. Sponsorship opportunities and event registration are open in late April, so right now, go and check out wildcatfoundation.org/events/golf outing for more information for you to sign up as well. As that pitch is going to be swung on and missed, 2-2 the count. Not a big golf person myself. As a man who lives by 3 different golf courses, I go to none of them. As that ball is going to be hit up the middle. Great catching play by Kahn and slung over to first, but sliding in safely is going to be Flory. So good play by Kahn to keep the ball from sneaking into center field. But Marley Onamastico back up to bat. 1 for 2, double. She has a double and a walk outside of her line out. That's going to be down low, called strike. 0-1 the count. Looping. It's going to be a looping off speed upstairs for ball 1. 1-1 the count. But so far, Shockey's doing a good job in the circle. Limiting hits so far, able to keep everything on the ground or in the infield. That's going to be another ball in the dirt. Wildcat Athletics would like to thank the Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department for their ongoing support of our web streams. The department offers a variety of activities from crafts and dance to fitness and family fun, providing something for everyone. So visit mbgsd.org and click the Recreation tab, or stop by their office at Trails and Trees Environmental Center to explore all they have to offer. As that ball is going to be popped out to Condon over at short, as that's going to do it. They're going to limit the runs to 0, and Mechanicsburg's got to try and catch up to this 10-1 lead by Chambersburg.
A deck where memories are made, barbecues are grilled, and sunsets are savored. But let's face it, not all decks are created equal. Enter Westshire Decks. We're not your average deck builders. Precision is our mantra. We don't just build decks, we craft outdoor living spaces tailored to your dreams. With Westshire Decks, you get seasoned experts who know decks inside and out. So why settle for a deck that's just okay when you can have one that's extraordinary? Westshire Decks, where craftsmanship meets creativity. Give us a call today and come see how we are different.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Seth Gardner for your personal price plan today.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
New pitcher in the circle for Chambersburg as we get to start the bottom of the 6th inning. But in the circle is going to be Izzy Slimmer. But a good day by Leedy. 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, no runs, none earned, with 0 walks, 3 strikeouts, and a hit batter. So, good day for her, to say the least.
Leading off for Mechanicsburg at the bottom of the 6th inning, second baseman, number 1, Jada Lacey.
After a quick inning by Mechanicsburg last time with the ground out, hit by pitch, and then turned a double play somehow. Honestly, I don't recall how that happened, as we're going to have a quick time. A couple movements over here on the diamond as well. $16 of Flory is going to take over, still be at over there. 8 is going to re-enter the ball game, so Snavely is going to re-enter. Find out where she is. She's at second, so that'll be where she is. Of course, as that's going to be hit over. First pitch is going to be taken out to shallow right center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Good hit there by Lacey. He's going to get the first batter on base for Mechanicsburg. One swing's all it took to get the game started for Slimmer, as the first pitch is going to be taken for a hit. As Asha Pratt, stepping up third time today, flew out and struck out in her first 2 at-bats. Hoping to get something on the board and cut down this lead. Only 6 outs to do it. First pitch swung on, hit over to shortstop. Going to take it herself over to first in time for out number 1. But she did her job. She was able to advance the runner over as Lacey's going to get to second. Chelsea Heckert going to take her at bat. Heckert struck out and singled, so 1 for 2 in order as well. First pitch, inside ball. It's going to be down low. Runner came over to cover as Lacey stands on second. Next pitch, swung on, belted over to third base side. It's going to dribble just foul. Got a lot of baseball and softball action coming up for Mechanicsburg. As I believe we're going to have one more home game, possibly more than one. As that ball is popped up. Shortstop over to get it, and that's going to get 2 gone in the inning. Good play by Zell, able to corral that one.
Number 34, Matt Giblin.
So the next softball game will be on the 12th, with barring no rain. And for the senior day for baseball, it's either going to be the 9th or the 13th, depending on when it is. So we'll stay tuned for that one. But the 12th will be the softball senior day. Or excuse me, not senior day. It's just going to be the softball game. So we'll see what happens. Of course, we'll keep everybody on track. I'm sure Michael Garland's going to get everyone settled on what's going to happen with that. Of course, over his Twitter to shout him out real quick, or now what it's called, X. And I'll also post every once in a while on mine, so follow Keystone B-Ball on X if you want to follow for some Mechanicsburg basketball updates over the course of the season. So we're going to call time real quick for Giblin. But folks, if you do want some winter sport action, I'll be going over to Spooky Nook over the course of the summer. Be able to check out some Mechanicsburg basketball over there. I'll be over at the Mechanicsburg High School over here in the new improved gym as well. And it's going to be lots of fun. That ball dribbled over. It's going to sneak. Great diving play. Slung over to first. And that's going to do it. An outstanding play by Ogden is going to retire Mechanicsburg. And that's with 1 hit. Lacey's going to advance to second. However, nothing going for it. Is the lead still going to be 10-1 heading to the top of the 7th inning? Stay tuned.
At Bobby Rahal, it's about doing the right thing, starting with our vision that clients deserve great service at a fair price. We understand this can only happen with great team members. Doing what's right includes supporting local charities, youth sports, and first responders. It extends to the environment and why we reclaim rainwater for car washes and recycle used oil. We want to thank our loyal clients for recognizing us by voting Bobby Rahal simply the best of Harrisburg for 21 years in a row. Experience the Bobby Rahal difference and find out more at BobbyRahal.com.
Craig was in the Rockies and had to cut his ski trip short because he was having severe knee pain.
Lauren came in. She was really discouraged. She had tried 3 months of therapy. Nothing was working. She really wanted to get back to volleyball.
We found that he had severe arthritis in both knees and his hip.
She needed shoulder arthroscopy with slap and posterior labral repair.
Simultaneous bilateral total knee replacements.
6 months of recovery, and Lauren's back, happy as ever.
3 months after his final surgery, Craig sent us pictures of him skiing the Rocky Mountains. And that's what makes our job here at OSS Health so fulfilling.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we enter the 7th inning. As Shockey will stay in the circle for the Wildcats. And the schedule 3 coming up for Chambersburg is going to be number 8 of Snavely, number 13 of Arissa Varner, and then we'll flip over to the top of the lineup for number 9, Brianne Pato. So that's the scheduled 1, 2, 3, or rather 8, 9, 1 for the Trojans. First pitch, off speed. That's going to be called strike 1. So 0-1 to start out the inning. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Michael Garland and thank him so much for the opportunity to do the broadcast for you folks here today. I couldn't do it without him. And even bigger shout out to Luke Brown. I mean, he was the reason why I got in touch with the folks over here at Mechanicsburg. But never in my lifetime I was able to think I would be out here doing broadcasting for games like this. So appreciate all the opportunities I get, and I really appreciate the company that these Wildcat family has given me, especially as a rival school alumni. So shout out to them. That pitch is going to be ripped over, and that's going to be a base hit, and maybe more. Rounding first is going to be Snavely, but she's going to sit on first, so that's going to be a base hit to start out the inning for the Trojans.
Number 13, Arissa Varner.
Varner back up to bat. 1 for 3 on the day. Pop out, fly out in a single. Not in order, but this is how it goes. First pitch upstairs called strike. Snavely making a big leadoff after the pitch. Chance for a runner possibly. No stolen bases today so far for either squad. Don't know how much you see it here. I'm used to seeing a couple or two. So that first pitch upstairs again, called ball 1. I think it's interesting seeing the difference now from a perspective of a college softball to a high school softball. And honestly, there's not much different, especially with the talent on this squad. As a quick time by Varner. She's going to take a practice swing. Based on the practice swing, she's looking to chop one low. So that pitch down low called ball, 2-1 the count. The pitch down low, strike 2. So even the count at 2 each. Shockey hoping to break down this team and give Mechanicsburg one last opportunity in the bottom of the 7th. So that pitch upstairs, and that's going to bring the count to full 3-2. And a big spot right here for the 9th hole hitter of Arissa Varner. The 3-2. Swung on, belted over. It's going to get into the glove, and that's going to double play. That's a great catch there by number 7 of Veronica Vaught. And that's going to be 2 gone off of the double play.
Batting number 9, Brianne Pato.
I wish I knew how to work the replay system here to show you guys the double play, but unfortunately I'm not as tech savvy as I look. We'll flip over top of the lineup. Brianne Pato fixing the first base bag over here, but we're set and ready to go. We've had 2 impressive double plays in the past two innings, actually. That first pitch is taken high into the left. It's going to go into the fans. Souvenir for somebody out there, but that's going to be strike 1. Wait, the amount of foul balls hit straight up. I'm waiting for the time where it just drops down. I'm able to catch one out of this booth here in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth, but I'm still waiting for the day. It's a pitch taken for a ball, 1-1 the count. The pitch swung on, belted over to left side. Underneath it is the left fielder, and that's going to do it. Quick 1-2-3 in the inning is going to retire Chambersburg, as Mechanicsburg is going to get one last chance to tie or win this ball game in the bottom of the 7th. Stay tuned.
Does your property need a little TLC? Call Lawnscapes Inc. of Mechanicsburg today at 717-697-1833 and see how Wes Moret and his team can transform or maintain your residential or commercial property. From hardscapes to yard services of all types, tree and shrub service and more, this locally owned and operated business has you covered. Call today for your free estimate. Lawnscapes Inc. at 717-697-1833. That's 717-697-1833.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
And I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells officer, officer, they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie's delicious.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Possible last 3 outs for Mechanicsburg. As leading off is going to be Ella Chartrand. Chartrand's first at-bat of the ball game. First pitch cut on and missed for strike 1. That's going to start off the at-bat. Chartrand, a senior, was honored in the Teacher Appreciation Day as well. Brought out her favorite teacher. As that ball is dribbled over to the left side, it's going to be foul. 0-2 the count. Pitch upstairs, ball 1. Before the game, we had our Teacher Appreciation Day, and we honored the 5 outstanding teachers from the Mechanicsburg High School with Mrs. Brokenshire, Frau Clinton, Mrs. Giblin, as that's going to be dribbled up. Base hit for Chartrand to begin the inning and start a potential rally for this Wildcat team.
Now batting for Mechanicsburg, number 7, Veronica Vaughn.
Mrs. Condon and Mr. McManus were the other 2 teachers honored. Ironically enough, McKinley Giblin honored her mom. So it was really nice, heartfelt messages that they brought out for the team. As Veronica Vogt up to bat. That pitch dribbled over to the second baseman. 4, 6, not in time for first, though. No throw is going to be made, so that's going to get the force over at second.
The center fielder, number 5, Emmy Kuhn.
That's going to be a fielder's choice as Brubaker is going to reach base safely. And Emmy Kuhn stepping up to bat. 0 for 2 on the day, fly out and ground out. And then Condon set to come up after her if the lineup turns over. So we'll see about that. 10-1, Slimmer on in the circle. First pitch inside for a ball. Before the game, we also had a little ceremony for the Keystone Division champion Mechanicsburg softball team last season. Of course, they moved over to the Commonwealth this year. So the next pitch inside, strike 1. Went an impressive 21-7, won the first state playoff game for the squad. And unfortunately did lose in the quarterfinals. But still an impressive achievement. That ball slapped over. That's going to be foul. 1-2 the count. The 1-2. The pitch by Slimmer outside. For those who are looking for a scholarship, the Wildcat Foundation is going to announce in May its grant recipients for the 2025-26 school year. Annually, the foundation provides grant funding with an excess of $85,000 to Mechanicsburg area programs, now with the mission to strengthen the educational, cultural, wellness, and athletic programs of the Mechanicsburg area school district. As that's slung over to first, and that's going to be a ground out for Kuhn to get one final out for the squad. But if you are looking for a possible grant heading into college or just anything right now, visit wildcatfoundation.org/grants to learn more about the grant funding progress. And, folks, I will tell you, if you are a senior in high school right now, please take as many grants as you can. Honestly, college isn't cheap. I'm paying for it myself, and it's not fun. So if you can get as much money as you can from just scholarships, from doing volunteering, just anything, do it, please. It will pay dividends in the long run. Condon steps up to bat, fourth time, excuse me. 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a single. As that pitch is outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. That ball slapped over, and that's going to go foul. It's going to be a long foul. Kuhn was able to reach on safely, so single for her. She walked up the bag. I thought she was out. I wasn't paying attention that much, but hey, we're here. 1-1 the count. Runners on second and first. Condon hoping to give this Wildcats team some life here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The pitch by Slimmer. Swung on, belted up. That's going to be a base hit up the center. Rounding third is going to be Vaught, but she's going to stay put. She's going to hold there, but
now batting the left fielder, number 2, Mia Masser.
Bases are going to be loaded for Mia Masser. Grand slam would put them within 5 of the visiting Chambersburg Trojans. With a lefty, you'd expect it to be pulled into the bullpen in right field, There's 2 fans out there, and their chairs are going to look for it. As that ball popped up. Foul territory, it's going to drop foul. So we're going to do it again. Sun's getting really bright over there in left field, so it's going to be difficult to make a play, especially with the giant star in the sky that feels life here on Earth, folks. The 0-1. Swung on, hit over. It's going to go in between second and first. That's going to be a base hit. Kuhn is going to stay put on third, but one runner is going to score to bring it to 10-2 Chambersburg. The bases are going to stay juiced with that single by Masser for Jada Lacey. Was the pitcher to start the game, transitioned over to second. That's where she stands right now. That's going to be dribbled over. It's going to dribble through. That's going to be a base hit. And that's going to score 2 runs as well. So 10-4 Mechanicsburg. And a quick congratulations to Jada Lacey.
Number 1, Jada Lacey now has 100 hits for her career.
And
congratulations.
As the entire Mechanicsburg team runs out, that's 100 career hits for Jada Lacey. So congratulations to her. This is actually my third 100-hit milestone I've ever been a part of this season, ironically. So congratulations to her. Bouquet of flowers, a sign, and all the runners are coming over to tell her congratulations, but it's going to be a 10-4 ball game. Congratulations to Jada. I mean, that's a tough accomplishment. 100 is definitely something to be very, very proud of. But a 6-run deficit as we head into the final 2 outs for this Wildcat squad. As Condon and Kuhn were able to score on that base hit.
Now batting for Mechanicsburg, right fielder, number 4, Asha Pratt.
Asha Pratt steps back in, 0 for 3 on the day, grounded fly out and a strikeout. First and second, 1 out. There's going to be a quick mound visit. As it would be a comeback of the ages if Mechanicsburg was able to claw back here. Down 9 runs heading into the bottom of the 7th. Already scored 3. Make it a 10-4 ball game. Was back against the wall, of course, with the 10-run rule, which I found out is a thing today. But right here again, congratulations to Jada Lacey on 100 career hits. It's not something just to bat against. I mean, that's completely it's 100% impressive. There's 2 college guys this season I've seen the 100 career hits for, and I've announced 100 career hits for. So shout out Mason Woolwine and R.J. Agris from Elizabethtown College. Asha Pratt, like I said, 0 for 3 on the day, strikeout, pop out, and ground out. First pitch going to be belted into the fence over here. It's going to be strike 1. Asha Pratt, unique walk-up. Swing, does a little inside-out bat flip before she steps in. Big fan of it, honestly, but first pitch belted high into left center field. Underneath it is going to be Varner. No advancement of runners. That's 2 gone, with Heckert being the final out as she steps up.
Number 28, Chelsea Heckert.
Heckert 1 for 3 on the day with a single, pop out, and a strikeout, not in order. Well, this is the final out for Mechanicsburg, and any chance to make a big comeback here against their Mid-Penn Commonwealth opponent. First pitch popped high in the air. This should do it. Varner underneath it, and that's going to do it. Final score, Chambersburg 10, Mechanicsburg 4. Chambersburg is going to advance to 13-4 on the season. Mechanicsburg is going to move to 9-7. But thank you, folks, for joining us. This has been David Bray doing a live stream for you, folks, and we'll see you guys next time.
This has been a presentation of Mechanicsburg High School Wildcat Athletics, presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com. Wildcat Athletics is presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville, Bobby Ray Hall Automotive Group, Charity Kastner RSR Realtors, your neighborhood Chick-fil-A at Shepherdstown Crossing, Lawnscapes Inc., Members First Federal Credit Union, Operation Wildcat, OSS Health, now with 2 locations on the West Shore, Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department, RBC Wealth Management and the Turnbridge Group, Renewed Hearing Solutions, Sheets, Snappers Bar and Grill, Seth Gardner State Farm, your Harrisburg True Green Lawn Care, Westshire Decks, servicing all of Central PA, the Wildcat Foundation, and Wolf Brewing Company. The Mechanicsburg Wildcats. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com and on YouTube at GoMechanicsburg. We'll see you again next time.